It is that time of the year. The Bronx Night Market is officially back on April 29th. Now, we want to let you know that the events group has been serving the Bronx and New York City residents delicious food, promoting small businesses since 2018 and have been expanding ever since. And joining us now to share more about this year's events, vendors, and entertainment is the founder of the MASC Hospitality Group and producer at Uptown, Bronx, and Brooklyn Night Markets, Marco Shalma. What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
I'm good. I'm glad because every time I see your face like this, it means it's getting warmer outside and it's time to eat.
You know what? If I'm your indication of that, then I'll take it. That means, if I put a smile on your face with that, that's it. But you're right about that. It is the time of the year again. When we about to kick off a season that's lasting from April all the way to November. So literally every week we have one event around the city. Starting with Uptown Night Market tomorrow on Thursday, and going the next one will be on Bronx at the end of the month, and then after that Harlem Bazaar, Brooklyn Night Market, and a new addition. You hear it first because I like to give you the little scoops.
Yeah.
Vegan Night Market in Central Park coming up this June. So
really? Wow,
yes,
that's major. All right, well, thank you for the exclusive. Letting us know we got the Vegan Night Market coming to Central Park in June. But listen, give me this. When we talk about the event itself, we have seen crowds escalate down through the years. The music, the food, the atmosphere. It's more than just actually sitting there and eating and enjoying the entertainment. It really, in a lot of ways, is a revitalization for the community.
I'm glad you say that because not a lot of people ask me like how we differ from different events or festivals in the city, and I keep explaining to this. We don't just focus on the food. For us, is cuisine, culture, community. Those are the three C's that we work by. So we got to get good food, and the food got to represent cultural, got to represent the borough, got to represent trends, got to represent what we see online right now with everything that's going on. But then you have the culture aspect, and the culture aspect is live music that's coming from local artists, up and coming artists. It's DJs, it's dance performances, it's art gallery, open air art gallery. It's different exhibits that we bring throughout the year. And then you got the community, because without the community we are nothing. So we are geared and focused and making sure that every community that we're in, they understand that this is made specially for them. We learned that from the Bronx, doing that for them since 2017, and we learned that the community has to feel that this is something that belongs to them, that feels like them, that sounds like them. And that's honestly, to be honest, that has been the recipe for our success so far and our immense growth over the years.
Yeah, and when we talk about the growth, obviously you've got to be pleased with what you're being able to see now in year 6 in the borough of the Bronx, expanding all across New York City, people actually coming out. You're getting food vendors. Talk to me about that. Because you're always getting people saying, listen, I want to throw my food up there. How do people become a vendor, first of all?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I gotta give a little shout out over here before we're gonna go to the vendors, and I'm gonna say I wish I could take all the credit for myself, but the only credit I can take for myself is the fact that I learned throughout the years how to hire amazing people, and those amazing people do fantastic work at organizing the event with me, supporting that, administrators, creating the content, all of that. So the one thing that I learned how to be good at throughout the years is hire the right people and really have a relationship with them. When it comes to the vendors, we have, if anybody can go on masshospitality.com, our website, there is application form over there. There's information about all the brands that we have right now and the ones that we are working on coming. There's always room for more and new vendors. I think I look back at 2017 when we had about 25, 30 vendors on the starting dates. And now we have a roster of over 400 vendors and micro businesses and family-owned businesses. That is incredible, and you have to recognize, and we recognize that most of our vendors, most of our businesses are POC. Most of them are women-owned businesses. All of them are micro businesses. That means less than 10 employees, family-owned businesses, individual, small partnership. and we work our beep, to get them happy and busy and make sure that they continue and flourish. And like every year, we see at least 2 or 3 of our vendors move on to open a brick and mortar, to have a distribution to supermarkets, to have like really growth beyond what we do, and that's really what makes us happy.
Well, you talk about what makes you happy, but talk about the mission, because that a part of the mission to really see some of these places become brick and mortar? Is that part of the mission?
This is why we started. Like the whole idea starting in the Bronx about 6 years ago. And by the way, on May 27th, that will be a big 6-year anniversary in the Bronx, in Fordham. I can't even believe 6 years has gone so fast. And where we were 6 years ago to where we are right now, it is incredible. We feel blessed. We appreciate the community of the Bronx and the community of New York to kind of support us, But yeah, like the mission statement was from day one was to bring great food and open air, affordable, free entertainment to our communities, and then to make sure that we support micro businesses, local micro businesses. They need their help. In a lot of ways, we opened the door to a lot of those businesses to participate in other food festivals that weren't accepting of that kind of demographic of food before. We were able to kind of break the barriers and kind of showcase how we do things in the Bronx and set the tone for the rest of the city, And we're really proud of that fact, because we see not only by the way that we create, basically just taking and creating a elevated block party that anybody can kind of come and have fun, but it's still organized and marketed in a way that is so appealing. And then we've seen the rest of the city follow through and then doing similar to that. So, I'll take credit for that. You know what? I'll take credit for that.
Yeah, take credit. And take credit for this. When we look at what's going on, you can talk about the Bronx, we can talk about New York City, Harlem, you can talk about Long Island. There's been some great expansion here. What do you think has been the great key to your success that allows this expansion to occur all across the city?
I keep saying that this is the easiest answer in the world. I got a PhD of doing business in the Bronx that got me going everywhere and showcasing what we do. We did not start expanding until our 4th year in the Bronx. We really wanted to own in and to know exactly how we do things. We really wanted to communicate with the community and listen, learn, and adapt, and really kind of create a product, an event that is just really reflects who we are as a group. And once we felt comfortable with that, we started getting all these noises. Like people ask us, can you come to Harlem? Can you come to Brooklyn? Can you come to, and we assess each situation by itself. And when we feel ready and when we feel that we can add to the mix without hurting any of our other, brands or products or events, then we move forward with that. And the key is, don't forget why you started it, right? Like we started it and we wanted to kind of bring happiness to a lot of people, support small businesses, change some stigmas about different areas, and make sure that we create an alternative to stuff that was a little bit stuffy, a little bit, concentrated around tourism, and that was my biggest issue. Like everything that was before we started this was aimed at tourists and not at New Yorkers. What we bring is an authentic experience to New Yorkers to come and enjoy themselves. And you know what? It resonates. It works.
Yeah. Well, Marco, again, congratulations, man. Good to see you. April 29th, that's going to be the day that we're going to be seeing it happening right here in the borough of the Bronx. You can come on out for the grand opening of the Bronx Night Market, and you'll catch Marco and the crew out there. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too. I always appreciate. This is my sign. This season is going to go well. Our interaction over year after year, it just makes me happy. I appreciate you. Thank you for thinking about us. Thank you for supporting us throughout these years.
Hey man, no worries, and proud of you, and continue the great work and continue making our borough proud, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, brother.
All righty. Now, listen, if you want more information, you can visit the website at bronxnightmarket.com, and we encourage you, go check it out. And we encourage you to do this, too. Don't go anywhere, because we got more open coming up right after this.